Dude, let's talk about the bargain bin tonight. Let's get some value plays from you guys in DFS on tonight's slate. Looks like here we've got 13 of them on the main slate. Steven, start me out. Value pitcher. Who are you looking at?
Yes, not a lot of options I'm excited about, especially when I'm gonna be rolling with Reid Detmers, who I really don't want to use too much. Like, I'd love to use Trevor Rogers, but the Braves hit the lefty as well, so that's out of the question. I'd love to use Chris Flexen, but the Royals just simply don't strike out. They've been one of the toughest teams to strike out, dating even back to last year. So I guess that means I'm going to be going with Reid Detmers. Now, to his advantage, the O's are a team that have, and I'm talking about the Orioles, are a team that strike out a ton. Okay, thus far 30.7% K rate. That's with 192 plate appearances against lefties. He's had two tough starts already to begin the season against two teams that really don't strike out. That's the Rangers and the Astros. So I can't fault him for not exactly racking up the strikeouts to begin. But if things play out as they should against this Orioles team, he could absolutely be viewed as a really solid value play tonight on a slate that, quite frankly, at least when it comes to pitching, does not have a lot of value to give.
Okay, so how tough of a decision was this for you, Erik?
Actually, a pretty easy one because there's one guy I like way near the bottom, and that's Glenn Otto at 5,800. I actually really liked his numbers last year, and I'm saying that despite his 9.26 ERA and 6 starts. All the underlying numbers point to a pretty respectable performance. His strikeout rate, walk rate, and ground ball rate were all at least a percentage point and a half better than league average. So he's above average across the board. Only 7 other starters, or 7 total starters, I believe, in at least as many starts can say that. And it's a list that includes guys like Logan Webb, Pablo Lopez, Clayton Kershaw. So being solid across the board like that suggests that you should do a whole lot better than a 9.26 ERA. I'm not saying he's about to become Clayton Kershaw, but the building blocks of at least a respectable season were there in his very poor sample last season. And he gets to face Oakland in the Coliseum, one of the best pitchers' parks. This is an Oakland team that's been using Christian Betancourt as their first baseman / DH on a regular basis. He's like a bad offensive catcher, career 563 OPS. Maybe most famous for trying to become a two-way player. He went to Korea, was a below-average hitter over there, and he's hitting often like 5th while playing first base or DH. So aren't many easier matchups than this one. I think it's going to be a good season debut here for Otto.